Hi everyone, my name is Kane Mullings. I'm one of the Azure Business Development Executives here at Ingram Micro, where we help our partners unlock the full potential of Microsoft Azure. My role here at Ingram involves supporting our partners in driving digital transformation, identifying growth opportunities in the cloud, and navigating the Azure ecosystem with confidence. Whether you're just getting started or looking to scale one of your current cloud practices, I'm here to ensure that you have the best resources, insights, and strategies to succeed doing so. So welcome to this Quickstart guide on getting started with Microsoft Azure. If you're new to Azure and just want a quick tour of the portal, or looking to set up one of your first resources, then you're definitely in the right place. So let's head straight over to the Azure portal for a quick demonstration. As you can see here, we're in the Azure portal. To get here, you're going to go to portal.azure.com in a web browser. Now you'll need a Microsoft account for this, but don't worry if you don't have one, because you can sign up for one for free, or you can get access to a free $200 credit, which you can see what I'm using here. Now, Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing platform and offers a wide range of services, a wide range of resources, like virtual machines, databases, storage accounts, and much more, all to help you build, manage, and deploy applications in the cloud. Think of it as Microsoft's version of the cloud, similar to AWS or GCP. Once you're logged into the Azure portal, you'll tend to land on the home screen, which looks something like this. At the top of the home page, you can see we've got the global search bar. Now this can be used to search for any resources or any services and documentation available currently in the Azure portal. So if we search for virtual machines, it'll come up virtual machines, networks, virtual clusters, and anything in marketplace associated to what you've searched. Over to the right, we've got the Cloud Shell icon, and this opens an embedded command line interface within the Azure portal. It supports both Bash and PowerShell. And essentially what it does is enables users to manage resources directly from the browser. And to the right, we've got the notifications pane, which you can use to track the progress of deployment. You can use it to track the credits if you're using an accredited account like I am, and just any general activity that comes in through the day will show here in the notifications pane. Over again, we've got the settings cog, where you can manage things like the directories and the subscriptions that you're using or that you're logged in with. You can manage the appearance of the Azure portal. So when you first log in, it'll probably be in flyout mode. So over here on the left, you can see the favorites bar. It'll most likely be in flyout mode, so you have to use the hamburger menu to show it. But you can change that in settings and appearances here, and you can dock that so you can always see your favorites. You can also change it to things like dark mode. And then to the right, we've got some support and troubleshooting, and then we've got some feedback where you can send some feedback directly to Microsoft as well. And we've got some information on the tenant that you logged in with, the domain that you're using, and also the directory that you're using. Below that, we've got some quick links to some commonly used Azure services. So as you can see here, we've got things like the Business Continuity Center for Azure backups. We've got subscriptions, virtual machines, some commonly used services to get you going. Below that, we've got a list of recent resources. This is for easy return or navigating through multiple projects. So you've got multiple things on the go. You can use this for navigating through those projects. It makes things easier. And then at the bottom of the page, we just got some useful links to things like documentation, training, and some support. And then things, as you can see at the bottom here, like the Azure Quickstart Center, which we'll run through a little bit later on. So now that we're familiar with the layout of the Azure portal, let's take a look at some of the core services that Azure has to offer without actually creating anything yet. So over here on the left hand menu, you can see we've got all services. So if we go into all services, we can see on the side the load. So we can see on the left, we've got some categories. Now this is all categories for all resources and all services currently in the Azure portal. It's alphabetically listed, so you can see we've got things like AI, machine learning, we've got compute category, things like virtual machines, image templates, availability sets, DevOps, storage, databases, all different categories. with each of the resources, you can pin frequently used resources and services to your favorites bar here on the left. So if you hover over one of the services, you can see that I've got the star checked here and star checked here, which means that the virtual machines is in my favorites bar. So if you wanted to add image templates into the favorites, you just hover over the service that you want to add, and you can either check it there or you can check it there, and it just adds the image templates into your favorites. In regards to resources in general, resources are grouped by something called resource groups. So this is like a container or a folder where all common services live together. So if you have a look in my resource groups, you can see that I've got a couple at the minute. I've got a resource group for backup. I've got a resource group for machine learning. So for example, if we go into the AI machine learning resource group, you can see anything associated to AI or machine learning, I've put it in that resource group just to keep everything organized. From here you can select all resources, or you can select individual resources, and this is where you can select and you can delete from here as well, or you can move to another subscription or folder or resource group. You can also manage access to different resources from here. In access control, you can set some rules and automation, and you can also manage costs from in resource groups as well. So if you're not really sure where to get started or what to get using in Azure, I'd always recommend using the useful links here at the bottom of the page, and you can see the Quickstart Center, the best option in my opinion. So the Quickstart Center is essentially a regular launch pad. It's got guided tutorials, it's got templates, and all to help you learn by actually doing. So you can see here we've got some guides and training, we've got some popular services so you can build, host and deploy web application, databases and virtual machines. So we've got some templates that you can get going with here, and then we've also got a start checklist which you can do when you first open the Azure portal, from getting started with the portal, getting more from your free account, all the way down to managing costs and spending in there as well. So I'd always recommend using the Quickstart Center to get going with any services if you've never done it before. So that's pretty much it really. In today's video, we've run through the basics. So we've run through signing in and navigating the Azure portal, exploring some of the key Azure services, understanding how resources are grouped and organized with resource groups, and leveraging the Azure Quickstart Center to build on your cloud skills. So along with the Quickstart Center, I'd always recommend using Microsoft Learn modules just to keep everything fresh, as it's the most up to date with Azure training, and it's got things like labs that you can use on there as well. But remember as well, this is just the beginning, and Azure is a powerful platform, and it's ever evolving, wide range of tools and services. As you get more comfortable with the portal, I encourage you to experiment, try out some of the free services, and just start small projects in there and build on some hands-on experience. And the more you explore, the more confident you'll become in the portal. So if you found this video useful, feel free to give it a like and a follow for more Azure content and Azure focused content going forward. And if you've got any questions or any ideas for any videos in the future, feel free to drop them in the comments. Well, thanks for watching everyone, and hopefully I'll see you in the cloud.